The Madman! So it may be slightly surprising that Hunter actually isn't that bad. There's a general feel right now that there's some clear winners right now. Rogue, Mage, Paladin, super strong classes. But Hunter isn't that far behind. They got some good class cards. We've got bad Fire War Axe, but it's still good. And hey, Fire War Axe might actually get another charge here. Bomber. So Pterodac's Hatchling is pretty bad, I imagine. Apparently I'm wrong. It's not that bad. Apparently it's the pick. Alright, I guess I'll go Pterodac Hatchling. Surprisingly better than this one, according to some of the rating websites out there. Nubian Prophet or Stormwind Champion. I don't really have anything that spawns tokens yet, so I should go with the Prophet. If I had anything that spawned tokens, I'd probably go for the Champion. So one of the reasons why Hunter isn't trash in this expansion is because it got a lot of good 1-drops and 2-drops, such as Crackling Razor Maw. Primordial Drake. Not really a Hunter card, in terms of it's not aggressive, but it's a good card. Kill Command's a pretty good card. All those picks were kind of legitimate. Let's see, Hunters don't really need health. They want to take health. I have no 4s and I have no 7s. I think Polluted Hoarder might actually be the better pick here. Ultimately, with the Stormwind Champion, the worst case it's a 7 mana 6/6. And no 4-drops is pretty bad. I don't have 4-drops or 5-drops or 6-drops. That Nubian Prophet doesn't count as any of those. I can't really see a situation with this deck where the Stormwind Champion gets played on 7 and really gives me a big benefit. So I'm gonna go with Hoarder. Yo Mom. There's the Poveling Bird, part of which makes Hunter like playable, I suppose. I don't have any synergy with Unleash the Hounds. If I hadn't Unleashed the Hounds earlier, I probably would have been more willing to go for Stormwind Champion. But I didn't, but now I do. Dinomancy. That's a saucy card. Do I have enough time in Arena to pull that off? Otherwise, Twilight Summoner is the better card by default. And Emerald Hive Queen isn't that crazy. Do we want to become a dinosaur? I think we just pick the decent 4-drop, especially since I don't have 4s. Fire Plume Phoenix or Nesting Rock. I think the fact I have no 5s means the Nesting Rock breaks the tie there. Here's the golden Ultra Sword that Amaz made me craft. Dispatch Kodo. I have no hand buffing, but it's still good. Fire Plume Phoenix over the second Freezing Trap, I think. Unless I want Hunter's Mark. But I think I would rather have the Fire Plume than Hunter's Mark. Second Freezing Trap is probably not good enough. Yeah, I'll just go with the Phoenix. I was sad to pass it up the first time since it's a really good card. Another Crackling Razor Maw. Great card. Deadly Shot or Big Time Racketeer. Trog Beast Rager. That should be able to go off well. Oh, I might get forced into Dynamancy, but Bestial Wrath might be better. I mean, the cards are bad, which is why I guess we go Dynamancy. Unless I want to pick Darkspeaker, there's serious thoughts to. It's not Dynamancy at least, and Dynamancy could be really bad. I'm gonna pick Dynamancy though. Sadly. Alright, Shaky Zip Gunner probably gets the nod over the Nesting Rock. Let's see, on 3 I have Companion, Eaglehorn, and Hatchling. That's not actually that many 3s. The other 3s are all kind of answery, situational. I really value that Shaky Zip Gunner a lot. I think it's underestimated. If you really want to do propaganda, this is a 3 mana 5/5 and that's a 5 mana 4/7. So you're paying 2 extra mana for 1 extra stat. Which goes to show how good Zip Gunner is in theory. Anyways, that's my take on it. The arena rating sites disagree with me there and say that Nesting Rock is better. But I'm a fan of Zip Gunner. McCall. Do I go Hired Gun or do I go Mistress of Mixtures here? Yeah, this is an aggressive deck. Let's go Hired Gun. Ooh, another Kindly Grandmother. Or Cloaked Huntress. Or the Hunter's Mark, but we're gonna go with Yo Mama. Ooh, that's a good last pick. That tied it all together as my only 6-drop. It's got a lot of low-cost cards, and it's got fairly decent quality cards. That Savannah Hymen at the end really made the late game a lot better. With the good curve of the early game, McCall into 2, into 3, into 4 a good amount of time, I see myself doing fairly well with the deck. I'm gonna have to get used to like not playing Gwent and just remember it's the good old counting game again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 wins.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
So some of you are pretty curious onto where I was for the last, week or so. If you're watching on Twitch, you haven't seen me in about a week. If you're watching on YouTube, you haven't seen me in a few days, and you've seen like some really old videos. Thanks Jens for kind of covering during that time. Let's go with this grandmother into the 2 into the 3. So back to Hearthstone finally. YouTube hasn't seen any Gwent stuff yet, but what I was doing was I was preparing for a Gwent tournament. It was worth $100,000. Unfortunately, I didn't actually end up placing in the money, but it was a fun experience. I've been practicing Gwent for the week before the tournament as well, which isn't nearly enough time to learn the ins and outs of Gwent, but I did what I could with limited amounts of time. It's a very strategic game, very different from all the other card games. Please not Huffer? Yeah, not Huffer. It hurts. It's been a while since I've hurt that much for losing, which is a surprise because, it's not even my main game, it's Gwent. It's like the side game, I suppose? But it actually hurt because I really wanted to... the prize pool was really high, like comparable to any of the Hearthstone majors. So that's the reason why I wanted to win, but other than that, pride really. So I think it kind of reinvigorated a fighting spirit in me. Non-poison. Alright, bash the face in. So yeah, Gwent's really different from all the other card games. Hearthstone is like the game that most people are emulating these days. It's got a very common premise. You hit the opponent down to 0. That's like basically what all the card games are. Magic, Shadowverse, Hex, Elder Scrolls, Legends. They're all kind of built off of this idea of damaging your opponent down until they die. Gwent is completely different, and I had to really take a crash course in Gwent and basically learn it from the ground up in a very short amount of time and then play against top players. So that was pretty exciting. I enjoyed that change of pace. It's probably got me thinking about card games in general in a different way now, which is good. Taking a different perspective on things is useful. I did enjoy it, and I will be making a series of videos on introducing how to play Gwent under the new stuff that's coming up in the future. Probably along those lines, it's made me realize that, when I was talking to those Gwent players, a lot of them actually watched my old videos as well, and they're like, yeah, I played Hearthstone, I got in through watching your Trump teachings. And I was like, wow, you too? I realized how many people have kind of gotten in through that means. it made me realize that I should kind of focus on those teachings videos a bit more, so you can expect more of those coming. Deck teaching specifically.
This document looks legally binding.
I will be making those deck teachings way more comprehensive, and I'll get a better idea of how they work in general before showcasing them to you guys. I expect it to be fairly good and fun and educational.
Such big teeth I have. Talk about a nice suit.
It's really interesting to come back to playing Hearthstone. It's like it makes me realize that I've played Hearthstone for long enough that I kind of internalize the best play each turn, but it helps to still speak it out. Which I'll aim to do more often. So Savannah Hyman is the most on curve play, but I don't want to lose the through too. It looks like I'll curve Hyman into Sandworm, and hopefully those two will smash his face in, especially since I have the board here.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is here. Run away.
What to do? What to do?
Good old Savannah Hyman against Cairn. So I can either kill the Cairn and play a Hoarder, or I can play the Sandworm here. I'll go Sandworm. It's tough to spend 8 mana.
Just a pinch of vigor.
2, 4, 6, 8. I appreciate hitting the face. Playing Gwent also, I mean, I already knew this kind of going in my last video with Paladin Arena. I was talking about Trump trading all the time. And playing a game, Gwent, where there is no benefit to going face because there is no face, it's like, maybe I have been missing something. Because the more you go face, that's like the way that you rack up points in this game. Yeah, in the tournament that I brought Hunter to DreamHack on, I would keep all the cards in this hand as well. I'd probably mulligan the Eaglehorn Bow because against Rogue in... I mean, to be really exact, against Rogue in Constructed, you don't really use Eaglehorn Bow against them. If only I went first, though. That's true. Alright. Wink? Yeah, that's still good. Arguably better. Alright, against that, the bow is really good, so that I protect the bear. I was going to play McCall Razor Maul by default, though. So the goal is going to be to get the plant upgrade on the Macaw. And then I can Ravenous Pterodax it. Ravenous Pterodax is definitely going to want to eat Macaw, so maybe I shouldn't adapt to Macaw, I should adapt to Misha.
The pain speak to me.
Wow. The score is actually looking pretty decent right now.
I hunt alone.
The question is, should I save this bow charge? I can either do this and this, or I can do this and hold. If I hit it with the bow, I hit him for 4, he's at 17, and I have 9 damage on the board. That is a lot of damage. I don't want the Acolyte to hit this, but I could even just send the bow into the face. He's at 14. No, hitting this Acolyte is probably correct at this point. It's really close, actually. I'm starting to get second thoughts on it, and like maybe I should have sent the Baron. But if he hit the bear with the dagger, I figured he had a way to deal like some precise amount of damage. And it turns out that this was good because he needed to play Shiv to do the damage instead of like just being able to straight up shuriken. So that probably slowed him down a lot. Ooh, that was not a great line for me. Because I was ready to eat it with the Pterodax, but then I realized the 4-1 is vulnerable to the 1-1. Change of plans. 7-1. Let's see. How insane is that? 7-1, he drops down to 9. Okay, alright. Pow. Likely I might have. I have like so many beasts. I should just use the hero power. Man, again with a good hand. I mean, this deck will get a lot of good hands. Going second, though. Boo.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Look! Look!
Alright, Animal Companion McCall looks pretty good here. Leok's pretty good. Halfer's pretty good. Misha's really good. Guess I should have done McCall first. Don't think there was a single beast I'd rather get though. No. No. I could just play Nesting Rock. The idea to play on curve is pretty important. Direwolf Bow, I think, doesn't make that much sense either. But it's also decent. I use the bow to clear the 3-2. Hit his face with the 4-2. That's okay. The wolf is not actually very good in this deck and in this situation, I suppose. So this is a better way of spending the mana efficiently, I guess. I didn't give Spike Ridge Steed enough respect, but at the same time, I don't think I'm in a position where I can give Spike Ridge Steed enough respect. It would make a lot of sense for that card to be get down right now, but fortunately I can test for all this stuff. Yeah, I'll test with this. Oh, but Freezing Trap. No, I don't have to test right now. It's absolutely get down.
Follow the rules.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
That's pretty good, that. Get down on the 1-3. So there's two main lines here. Hit face, he goes down to 10 with the steady shot, and then I nesting rock. Or I can do the trade. Trade and then deadly shot. I have a 4-7 out. Technically, none of his stuff can get through. So if I hit him for 5, he goes down to 10. I still have a deadly shot in the future. Hit him for another 5. So this is the art of not doing a trump trade, I think. I go for the blood. I go for the throat. No. Is this a punishment? A slight punishment.
Except the mice.
I'll get rewarded by RNGesus though. Man, that is a bad 50-50 to lose. What else can I do though, right? Not much. That kill command has to go on the face. Okay, by doing that, I saved myself a turn, which is really good. I think I should have done kill command on the Stegodon and sent the 1-1 in. And then I'd have a 3-2 around. That was better, right?
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, that would be slightly better. Right? No. Yes. Yeah. Anyways. Hooray. We did it. Wow, again with a good curve. Not even alley cats required. Just always Pavel. Paveling bird. For those not in the know, Paveling bird refers to babbling book. Or Paveling book is babbling book, and Paveling bird is Juld McCall. Playing a little bit of Gwent made me appreciate the, like when you play a lot of Hearthstone, you start to realize, yeah, this type of lingo, it's not really a surprise. But there's always some people who are gonna miss it. Like at this point, probably not a lot of people know who Dr. 7 is, or alternatively Dr. 4, or whatever. We have a lot of lingo in the Hearthstones. That was annoyingly strong for him. Grr, rogues. Grr, ooze. So you can either have a 3-3 or 2-mana Death Rattle Summon 2 1/1s. The opponent is a rogue, so the 1/1s aren't as important. So I'm gonna pick the +1/+1. After playing it, I realized maybe I should have done this, but depending on the certain amount of buffs that I got on the Pterodax, I could use this guy to hit the face instead. And I used it to hit the face, so I think it's right to play it in this order.
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
Do I kill off this elemental? Nah, we go face. No trump trades required. Against rogues, hitting their face is depleting them of a resource as well. That rusty dagger. Wicked knife.
You want to buy a funnel cake?
Huh, that was strange. Why would you set my guy down to 1 health? I'm looking for Divine Shield or +3 health. Oh, that sucks. Or, you know, plants for the third case. What else was good? I think I had to have exactly those three. The other ones weren't very good. Go, worm! Let's hope he doesn't have that plant. That plant sure is OP. I was pretty tempted to go instead Mukla and then Banana to keep a 3-1 on the board.
Funnel cake?
Alright, giant sandworm. Yeah, I guess let's clear it all.
This document looks legally valid.
Giant sandworm. All trades are now Trump trades. Except Trump trades are now genius.
Well played. Smart moves. I concede.
At one point or another, I'm gonna finally draw a bad hand. So far, so good, though. Also, still haven't drawn the Dynamancy, which is probably for the best. Dynamancy in every single game looks like it wouldn't have been very good so far.
Is someone injured?
Pavel denied. No, this is looking to be quite a bullying game. And I'm not the bullier. Well, at least 4/4 is pretty good. Aw, Twilight Summoner. It's so bad against Potion of Madness. I can bait out the Potion of Madness with the Kindly Grandmother. That's also not good. I think I just risk it all and play the Twilight Summoner. And if he Potion of Madnesses and trades this and this and this, I basically lose. I don't really have a reasonable play around that.
Quickly.
I think. A reasonable play that would set me back. I guess I have a read. He didn't play anything on turn 3, which indicates that he's more likely to have some kind of... Like, this is like the... This is also really bad for me, but at least it's not a 5/5, it's just a 3/2. No, he didn't have it. I guess I could have gone all in. Lack of heart. Oh well, eat high, man.
Once upon a time.
Secret Agent coming through. Do I play Freezing Trap against that card?
I'm ready.
Oh, no Secret Agent. So I know he didn't have Potion of Madness from earlier. So I can go ahead and play the Summoner. Nice slow card. Good to play it out now.
This document looks legally valid.
I think I will need to get that amount of value. Face too aggressive at the moment. Huh, free win? Free win. I guess I'll take it.
Your opponent's left.
Maybe getting hit by high main caused them to faint in real life.